Welcome back to another episode of We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me, as always, is Moonpier.
Hello.
This is our second and final week of Prey Mooncrash, and then as soon as we're done with this, we'll record the ranking episode, and we'll come together as scientists and figure out where it lands. But before then, let's head back to space. And I wanted to play more of this week, but I thought, okay, well, I have all 5 characters unlocked. I've done some of the escape stuff, and everything is going well. But I kind of forget what I was doing, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just start back over. I'll make a new save file, and I'll start back over. That's not a thing you can do in Mooncrash. When you go to start a new save file, it's like, hey, we're deleting everything. Like, you got one thing. Do you want to delete it? It's like, well,
Yep.
no, I don't really, because I just want to have another save file. So I played a little.
Secondary accounts come in handy.
Yeah. So I played a little bit, and I sort of like farted around in Talos, but not really a lot, because that sort of took the wind out of my sails for Mooncrash.
I wrapped up a pretty good run where I deliberately cost 2 people their lives.
Okay.
I'm not doing a 5-person escape run until I am 100% ready for a 5-person escape run and to delete my save file.
Right. That's the last chapter in that book.
Exactly. So I did a couple of runs. Right now, I'm currently on a first character run again with the custodian lady who does all the repairs, going around collecting as many neuromods and resources and stuff like that I can.
Doing the loop.
Doing the loop because I need to upgrade the other people before I can wrap the whole thing up. So I'm collecting neuromods with her, storing it in a box at the security center, which, have you ever done I can't remember her name, the head lady, her storyline
Riley?
Stuff? Yes, Riley.
Yeah.
Have you ever done her story?
Yes, where you digitize yourself? That one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And before that point, I think it's on her path, is when you discover what the control boxes do in that security center.
Right.
Where you get the control panel things and you plug them in, flip the switch, and it literally kills all of the mimics and stuff in the area. Yeah,
all the Typhon in that big area.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to do if you're looking for some bonus points. Because on average, you can hit each switch, and each switch generates a whole bunch of enemies for you to kill at the same time. So you can end up with like 4,000 or 5,000 sim points just from hitting those 3 switches.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Which is very, very useful.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just running around, getting everything I can. I now have 34 neuromods ready for my second character.
Nice.
Still not enough, because I know I'm going to need a whole bunch more than that when it comes down to the last couple of characters. Because you think, 34, that's everyone. And then you realize it's like 5, 6, 8, 10 on the chain. It's like, no, that's enough for a chain. That's it.
Right.
But no, it's fun. This might be the kick in the pants that I need to actually go back and get all of the achievements in this and uninstall the game after I beat the game. Right.
Yeah, this came up for us, and I was like, oh, cool, I have Prey installed. I do not. Yeah. So I guess final thoughts here on Prey Mooncrash. I know we did it a lot shorter than we usually do. Usually we try and shoot for about 4 weeks, but we're coming back to Talos this time. Sorry, Talos 1. I want to give its given name.
This isn't Talos 1. This is the moon base, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's the simulation. We've returned to the simulation.
We're in the moon base, which sends the supplies to Talos 1 that allows Talos 1 to do its research.
Talos Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're sort of wrapping it up after 2 weeks, because I think the positive and the negative about Mooncrash is that it's not from a gameplay standpoint, it's very, very similar to Prey. You know, it's not suddenly a turn-based SRPG set in the Prey universe. It's really just we're taking the controls and a lot of the stuff that made Prey really great, and we're wrapping it in this sort of roguelike wrapping, which I think is largely good because Prey is a good game. But that means there's not really a ton of new stuff to discover. It's like, oh, here's the same pistol and here's the same shotgun and the Q-beam and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
it is worth mentioning that on this run, I finally, after 30 plus hours of playing, I finally got a blueprint for an elite pistol and an elite shotgun.
Oh, nice.
30 hours in, and I've just got those blueprints.
I think that blueprint system is pretty cool, but I wish there was some bad luck protection on that, because you should have had those way earlier. I don't even think I have an elite pistol. I think I have the shotgun. I got that really early, but not... I use the pistol like nobody's business.
Me too. Pistol is my number one go-to weapon. Shotgun's probably my number two.
Yeah.
Although, pro tip, if you're playing this game, I know they seem like they're really, really deadly enemies, and they kind of are. If you have a way, get those the harvesters dead and get the stuff from them, because they have a whole bunch of materials inside of them, and they usually have control modules. And if you have Machine Mind, it's a really good way to take a whole bunch of health off that stupid Moonquake, like the
Moon Shark.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a really handy way to get a bunch of health off them, because you Machine Mind them or you turn them into allies. You shoot the Moon Shark, and then the harvester just goes and attacks the Moon Shark for you.
Nice. Yeah, I think I took down the Moon Shark with the Q-beam, because I would just throw one of those Typhon lures out and then wait until it was at the thing pretty far away, and then just Q-beam it and sort of rinse and repeat. I
think I've done it once with the security guard, where I did it with a nightmare as well, which was terrifying.
Jeez.
He has the combat focus, so I literally use the combat focus skill and then run up and just pump every single shotgun round I can into them, and then run away. Yeah.
That's pretty good. What are your final thoughts here on Prey Mooncrash?
It's a good DLC. I mean, I put 30 something hours into it already, so I can't exactly say it's bad. It's good. It's an interesting mix between Prey and roguelikes. The ranking is going to be an interesting proposition. Yeah,
because I feel like it, as roguelikes go, especially for the ones we've talked about on the show, I'm not sure it's entirely successful as a roguelike, which is a bummer.
Yeah, there are issues.
Yeah. So as Moon just mentioned, we are going to be releasing alongside this ranking 7. This is our 7th game we've played. But before we get to that, let's talk about our next game. And that next game that has been chosen by Random.org's list generator is Cave Blazers. It's all one word. Cave Blazers. That's out on PC and Switch. PC is on Steam and Humble for $10. Switch is for $15. So I just picked that up on Switch. A little peek behind the curtain. I'm a little disappointed we haven't really gotten a lot of super old games yet. I was hoping for... We've got a couple of old and classic roguelites in this list, and I was hoping we'd get one of those, but not yet. But we are now down to an even 100 games in the list.
I was going to say, did we hit the 100 yet? Or
we just did, yeah, after I took out Cave Blazers. So
Did you add the one that you tweeted about this month into the list, though?
Which one was that?
Indiana Jones looking thing?
You know, I'm still not sure if that's a roguelike or not, because it sort of looks like it's like a XCOM, like a 2D XCOM, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Now that you mention it, let's mention it. So it is a game called, it's here on my list somewhere, and I can't find it. Pathway. It's a game called Pathway, coming out on April 11th on PC. Blends FTL, Curious Expedition, and XCOM. So we'll see if it's right for this list. But if not, that game sounds real good. So check out Pathway. But we're gonna be playing Cave Blazers, and we'll probably do 4 weeks since this is a game that neither of us have played yet. And as always, we could do less, we could do more. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.